Is your hockey team still in the playoffs? Are you worried because you can't grow a playoff beard? Fear not, there's a solution just for you. With Just for Playoffs Beard Enhancer, you'll never have to worry about the lack of facial furniture again. Don't resort to these embarrassing alternatives that put you in the penalty box when you can be the first star of the game. Just for Playoffs Beard Enhancer is scientifically designed to stimulate growth and thickness when your team is ready to make a run in the postseason. Don't wait. Try Just for Playoffs today. Side effects may include dryness, irritation, and jealousy from your friends because your awesome beard. Don't use Just for Playoffs if you're expecting because you're a woman, and it would be weird if a woman grew a beard unless you were joining the circus or the box score, which starts now.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Collins for box score. Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles, joined by the Danettes in Milford, Connecticut. Gentlemen, there is a big Game 7 in Madison Square Garden tonight. Fritzy, I must ask you, has Dan acquired the tickets to this, and are you going?
Yeah, last I heard, he did not acquire the tickets. I have no plans on going. As I was talking to Paulie earlier, he finally got an answer out of me, even though it would be a late night getting all the way back to Connecticut. If tickets became available, I would love to go. But again, ultimately, I would love to see Seton's first game be tonight's Game 7 in Madison Square Garden.
It's weird. I didn't see Dan making any actual efforts, per se. Did you guys see him duck in the back?
Well, it's
and
because
make
he
a
didn't
phone
make
call?
any efforts.
His
Quick
effort
email,
was
text,
talking about it on the air. That was the effort, which doesn't appear to be.
That's something.
I rarely say things have a 0% or 100% chance of happening. There is a 0% chance, I believe, that we are going to the game. That any tickets are going to be offered to us in any
I
way.
feel like that's I don't feel like that's totally accurate. I feel like it's more like a 0.0001.
And
chance.
the puck
There's some.
The puck's being dropped in like 4 hours.
No, there's not.
I
You're
try
right.
to be a realist.
You're right. There's none.
I do find it fascinating. Not that we're anyone special like this, but we are partners with the company that is broadcasting the game.
And people, there's tickets given out to all sales, marketing, all kinds of people.
Sales
Having a
guys
lot
take
more.
Oh,
everything.
sales guys, they'll probably have empty seats next
Sales
to
and
them.
marketing are like, I don't know what to do with all these tickets.
But if I were in charge, which I'm not, of NBC sports hockey coverage, I would think to get extra coverage on a national sports radio show is maybe make something fun of it. Like, let's say they gave us 2 tickets. Think of the drama today if we actually had 2 tickets.
And tomorrow we'd be talking about it and our
And
experiences
the other
at the
2
game
would
and
be
everything.
salty,
Oh, yeah.
but you know how big of a topic that NHL game on
It would
NBC
be
Sports
part
Network
of
would
it
be?
throughout tomorrow's show. We'd be going in and out of talking
Right.
about the whole 3
And
hours.
even
we'd
to
do
a
what's
self-serving move to get extra publicity for their event.
But everybody wins. The
Right.
NBC Sports Network wins. Hockey wins. We win. We get to be at the Garden for Game
2
7.
of us lose, and that's
Apparently, the marketing people are too bogged down with all their extra tickets that they didn't think of.
Well, you're right. I would
something
hate
like
to
that.
think there's going to be some tickets sitting there inside
there
someone's
is.
desk or on a drawer, or just with someone's house that they have too many to use.
But we're not salty.
No, let's look on the bright side. I'm sure the boss is working hard on getting you guys to the Garden tonight, but he did pose this alternative to you guys today.
What if I can get 2 tickets to tonight's Game 7, Caps Rangers? Paul?
I'll tap out. Premature tap out. I would rather have 2 guys go than no guys go.
Anybody else willing to tap out?
I would tap out. I'd let Andrew and Fritzy go.
Really?
Yeah.
I would not allow that. Knowing that Seton has not gone to an NHL game, a Game 7 at the Garden, I would in a second give him my ticket.
As a wise man once said, this is checkers, it ain't chess. No, this is checkers, not chess. This is chess, not checkers. Something like that. One of those.
Why do you have to swear?
That's the quote from the movie.
Oh.
What movie is that from?
Training Day.
Training Day.
Oh, that's a good line.
He's talking to Jake.
Alonzo Harris.
Alonzo. It's chickens, not chess. Jake. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I keep saying it wrong. Sorry. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I definitely did the premature knowing Fritzy was going to jump in. I went tap out knowing that he was going to be like, I'm not allowing this.
See, and I also faux tapped out because we knew there was no reality of said tickets.
Right.
Now, if I had
purely hypothetical.
purely hypothetical, I knew that by tapping out early, some people out there might think I'm a good guy.
Hey, that's a nice guy. Look at Paulie. That's what a team player.
Are you kidding me? I would literally punch Ina and you in the face to go to that game. I would, because if I give you a shot in the face, you'll be mad at me for a couple hours, but I get to go to game 7.
That's right. It'll heal.
Literally punch you in the face.
That's fine. You get a couple stitches, maybe.
I didn't say anything just in case that 0.001% chance came through.
Very smart move. Self-serving, but nice.
Yeah.
There's always hope. Hey, Fritz, yesterday you say you would give up Game 7 tickets for you and your son for an in-studio booking for Jennifer Love Hewitt when you came out here to Los Angeles. But today you revealed there's another scenario that you just ain't going for as we bring you a box score exclusive.
Fritz, don't faux give them up. You want to go? Just say, I want to go.
I do want to go, but if it meant me or Seton,
It didn't.
What if
Seton's
it
out.
was you and your son who could go, or McLovin got to go?
ooh, I would hope McLovin would understand that we're big
What if he didn't?
fans,
What if he
and it
didn't
would be a
understand?
great father-son moment. Then I'd have to make it up to
What
him
if
some other way.
McLovin said, you know, I'd like to take my daughter?
You know what? Then I would. I could understand that, even though I think Jordan would appreciate it more than McLovin's doing. Yeah, see, you try to play the nice guy role too much, but eventually the evil side comes out. And I love McLovin and lovely daughters, but I think Jordan. I know Jordan is
Not you love them, but not enough to make their dreams come
no,
true.
not
going to the game.
enough. If McLovin had said to me, "This is a dream father-daughter moment opportunity," I've gone to a lot of
so.
special sporting events with
I
Jordan.
can't even lie to you. Like my daughters would be like, "Wait, this isn't Frozen on ice." They would not be down with a hockey game.
That would make me feel.
That
a lot
kind of
better
like skewed it. Yeah.
to keep the tickets over, handing it over.
And
to
Jordan's a big Rangers fan.
He is a big Ranger fan. I know he could probably name like 2 Rangers like me, but he's been screaming and yelling at the TV. The Ranger game the other night, I was upstairs and he was supposed to be in bed. Somehow he snuck downstairs and he was screaming and yelling how 2-1 became 3-1, then became 4-1
Okay,
Rangers.
would you have
and then maybe he dozed off or put on something else, and I told him put the game on. It's like 6 minutes left. It's like 4-3 now, and he's like, I could hear him screaming and freaking out that they were going to blow the game and get knocked out.
What about this scenario? Me and Jordan go and you get left out. Would you be okay with that?
If it was your son's dream.
If it's the only way that Jordan could go to Game 7 tonight, I would fully entrust you taking my son to the busy, dangerous streets of New York City and hope that you would
Still not happening.
Hey, Fritzy,
But yeah,
who
I
are
would
your
let you guys go.
top 3 favorite Rangers?
Top 3 for
Currently.
Okay, I would go with Lundqvist. I would go with St. Louis, and I would go with Hagelin.
What's Hagelin's first name?
That would be Pedro Hagelin. No, sorry.
Marty.
Marty
Hagelin.
Dave Hagelin.
Good
There's
job.
not a guy in the league named Pedro.
I do like Hagelin, and I love Lundqvist. Enrique.
All right. Well,
But it
congratulations on that. We weren't sure you were going to be able to pull
And
that
Stahl.
one off.
I like Mark Stahl.
All right, I'll be watching the game from my couch, of course, with the cold one in my skivvies. All right, coming up, we are going to cast the movie Deflate Gate. And who's starring in this mega movie? Yeah, the Ram 1500 Eco Diesel, that's right. Any truck can tow a boat, any truck can climb a hill, any truck can haul a trailer. But not everybody has the most fuel-efficient half-ton truck on the road. Get more facts at ramtrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram.
When you don't have integrity, one of the ways you try to get it is by over-punishing in its absence to give off the appearance that you're protecting it. So, like this punishment is fairly large given that none of us really know even what the advantage gained was, and that's hard to believe that we're there. Given how much we've talked about it, Dan, it's hard to believe that we don't actually know what the advantage gained was.
Welcome back to the box score. The saga that is Deflategate has dominated another sports news day. Now, Paulie Dan Batard of the Mothership was on today and was slightly critical of Commissioner Goodell. Is he next on the chopping block?
No, because he was very lightly critical of Goodell. He more discussed the topic. No, but I like that Dan Batard's been coming on the show kind of since we've been doing this. He doesn't do it every week, every day. He doesn't rub in the face of anybody. But he was one of the guys, initially, when we had trouble getting guests on from ESPN, he was one of the guests we wanted. There was not that many. Yeah. It was like Wilbon. Back when Gammons was there, we wanted him. Batard. And that's about it. I mean, there wasn't that many guys we wanted. That's why we were so frustrated with ESPN. This is fucking 6 years ago. is because we didn't want everybody. We wanted a handful of guys occasionally, and now they come on. But Batard has never tapped out, and you got to respect him for that.
Love that. Love highly questionable. Well, the drama around Deflategate's not going anywhere anytime soon. So this is probably going to make it to a film, I'm sure, and probably on Lifetime Network. So we are going to get ahead of this and cast the movie for Hollywood. We're going to do all the heavy lifting here. That's a little who you got for the Deflategate movie. Now, I'll go to you. Let's go start with you, Seaton. Who will play the role of Tom Brady? Will it be the dreamboat Bradley Cooper, or perhaps the man that plays quarterbacks all the time, Keanu Reeves? Who you got?
Not even close. It's definitely Bradley Cooper. First of all, Keanu Reeves has already played a world-class quarterback in Special Agent Johnny Utah. Can't go back to that well.
I'm going to go off the board if you don't mind. I honestly don't
Bradley
think...
Cooper's a great pick.
But I think Bradley Cooper is A, too good of an actor, and B, believe it or not good looking enough. I'm going to go Zac Efron. Younger, a little more shallow, a little more pretty boy.
Do you mind if I would throw one out?
Go ahead.
How about Liam or Chris Hemsworth? Is anyone familiar with their work? I think he plays Thor.
Yeah.
That guy's really handsome. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Or Chris Pine from the Star Trek movie?
Not good looking enough.
Not tall enough, yeah. How about Tom Brady plays Tom Brady? He's got movie star looks.
It's going to be tough to... Tom Brady has got sort of an awkward, tight smile. It's going to be tough to duplicate that on screen that often, where you're like...
Well, Gosling.
I'm just...
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling.
Gosling's good.
All right, Paulie, how about this? Who's going to play Belichick? Would you take yours truly, the thespian Brock Everett, Manhattan's pride there, or the great Liam Neeson?
Brock, I would go with you over him. If I was going off the board, I would love to have seen the late Philip Seymour Hoffman embrace that role.
Yes.
But you know, I'm going to go, just to give it a little comic relief.
Giamatti.
I'm going to go, what's the little guy we like, the comedian? He was in The Fan. Movie about the fan.
Patton Oswalt.
Patton
I'm
Oswalt.
going to go Patton Oswalt.
That's a good one.
I think he would knock it out.
I went right to Norm from Cheers.
George
Wendt.
That's a good call.
George Wendt, I could see him doing
I
that.
could totally see that. That's a good call.
Very nice. Hey, Fritzy, a tough one for you. The role of Patriots owner Robert Kraft. We have a pair of heavy hitters here. Are you going to take Robert Duvall or Tommy Lee Jones?
Ooh. You know what? I like Robert Duvall. I think I could see that look. I don't think it would take a whole lot makeup-wise or cosmetically to have him pull off that look. I could see that for Robert Kraft. I think Duvall would get that done.
McLovin, to you now. Who's playing Roger Goodell? You got the young gun Benedict Cumberbatch or the solid vet Jeff Daniels?
Jeff Daniels is a good call.
Dude, Jeff Daniels.
Jeff
Jeff Daniels is a great
Maybe
call.
get a little old to play Roger, but no. And listen, I think Benedict Cumberbatch can play any role, but I really can't see him playing that one, so I got to go with Jeff Daniels.
Oh, well, it's done. The movie is cast, so you are welcome, Hollywood. All right, stay with us. We are getting even more scandalous here on the box score. A lot of skin, I'm sure. Just like that. We are back here on the box score. Deflategate has taken over the entirety of the United States, but it's not the only scandal to really hit the headlines. We have political and sports headlines alike. So we are going to have a little quiz. Is it a sports scandal? Is it a political scandal? Or is it not a scandal at all? It's Roe versus Roe, and there are no steals. Let's not get scandalous, shall we? All right, first up, front row. Skategate. Is it a sports scandal, political scandal, or not a scandal at all? Skategate.
I'm gonna say no.
It's not asinine enough, though, for them to have made up. Is it? We're gonna say no.
Can we steal? Is there steals?
That means Fritzy knows what it is and actually.
There are no steals.
Well, that's okay.
No steals.
Well,
Can I guess anyway?
Yeah, go ahead and guess. What the hell?
I'm going to say Skategate would be Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan would probably be.
Oh, I thought this was concurrent.
No, that's fine. You're both wrong. It was a sports scandal in which figure skating judges tried to fix the results in the 2002 Winter Olympics.
Oh, did you know that?
I thought this was current.
Yeah. To the back row, the whiskey ring. Sports scandal, political scandal, or not a scandal?
Sounds like a political scandal.
That sounds like a bull moose party was involved. Warren G. Harding got his hands in the.
You couldn't be more
tiller
right about that.
there. That's definitely political.
You better believe it. It was an 1875 political scandal involving government employees pocketing whiskey taxes. Well done there.
Of course they were.
Bootleggers.
Front row, back to you. The Anderson affair. Sports scandal, political scandal, or not a scandal?
Wasn't it the original name of Anderson Cooper's show?
The Anderson
Could have been
Affair?
the Anderson Affair. That sounds like something he would do.
I don't think that was a scandal either.
I don't watch,
Before it became
what's that word,
Anderson
news? So I'm going to say I have no idea, and no.
It is definitely no. It's not a scandal or a novel. We just made that one up. Back row, one more. The Hand of God. Sports scandal, political scandal, or not a scandal?
You know this, right?
No. Sports scandal?
Diego Maradona.
Okay, there you go.
It is a sports scandal involving World Cup soccer.
Yes, that's right on the nose. It went off his hand in the '86 World Cup.
It could have gone off his hands.
Oh, no, come on.
Just because Diego's awesome, you don't have to penalize him.
Oh, come on.
What are you, English?
That's nice.
Yeah,
I did find out. I didn't know that.
Yes, La Verdad.
I'm no sports historian by any
I
stretch.
thought it was some
but-
kind of religious scandal.
And a God.
It's impressive to work in sports and never have heard it.
All right, back to the front row. The Keating Five. Sports scandal, political scandal, or not a
That
scandal?
is a political scandal. That is absolutely political
The
scandal.
Keating Five. Oh, that's a guy in Arizona, right? The
banks.
The bank guy. Keating?
No, is it a Michael Keating from...
Michael Keating from Batman?
Mr. Keating from...
it's the, it's like a banking
From
scandal.
Dead Poet Society, Mr. Keating?
Yeah, it is a banking scandal
out of
for
Arizona.
sure. Yeah, 5 senators were accused of corruption during the savings and loan scandal.
Alex P. Keating.
Alex P. Keating, yeah. Last one for the back row, the
McCain, I
Teapot Dome. Sports scandal, political scandal, or not a scandal?
It's definitely political. I've heard of it. I don't remember what it was about, but I think I'm quite sure it's a political scandal. Teapot Dome.
I don't know. I feel like they were going to end on not a scandal the way they go, but if you think it's political
Oh,
scandal...
I've heard of the Teapot Dome. Maybe it's not a
You
scandal.
have. What website did you read that off of? Do you remember?
I couldn't tell you.
Urban
I just remember
Dictionary.
being in school.
I trust
remember,
Fritzy.
I remember learning about Teapot Dome. I don't remember what
I
it
trust
was.
Fritzy on this one.
I do.
I just
Yeah, you
remember
should
learning
trust
from
Fritzy.
school.
It absolutely was a political scandal. It involved the selling of oil reserves in Teapot Dome, Wyoming.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was.
And with that, the most scandalous row today is the back row. All right.
Teapot Dome is the name of a place
Yes,
you
of
can live.
course. Don't go away. We're going
I
to take a
live in
look
Teapot
back
Dome.
at Chris Webber opening up to the boss about the Fabulous Five, the Furious Five, something like that. Oh, the Fab Five documentary. I was thinking of, the Furious, the car racing thing. All right, we're going to take a break. This is the box score. To remind you that the Ram Heavy Duty, with its best-in-class towing, torque, and horsepower, doesn't need one. Guts, glory, Ram.
I made an agreement when I joined the Fab Five not to be above the group. It was a chance to be above the group. You know, it was a chance to follow all that, and I have stayed consistently as a member. No one's above the other, and it's just disheartening when you pay attention to those rules for 20 plus years, and somebody wants to be Hollywood and make it about them.
We are closing up shop here at the Box Score Saloon. Chris Webber gave several strong takes on the Fab Five documentary that aired on ESPN. Now, Paulie, when's the last time that one question to a guest got so much traction?
Man, I guess there's been a lot. I had to think about that a little more, but that was one where in the moment you're like, oh man, if you know anything about the history between him and Jalen Rose and the Fab Five documentary, you're like, he's saying a lot without going by name, and there was a lot being said, and it felt like years of stuff building up. But once in a while you'll get one of those and someone will say like, just light somebody up, and I think Dan gets them comfortable and they say what they've been thinking. You can even say, if you played the first cut, he goes, what do you think of the Fab Five documentary? He goes, well, you know, those guys are my buddies, and this is this, and then he pauses again, and he's just like, you hear just like, F it, man, here's what I think. And he even measured himself even when he said everything he says.
You're right. You can very clearly hear like him come to that point in the road. Whereas, all right, am I going left or right here?
Yeah.
Which one?
And it's one thing.
Yeah, I'll just go on.
And it's one thing when it's an expected topic, so we're kind of maybe bracing for what we know is going to be an upcoming question. But when it's not a throwaway question, but when it's a side topic, because we thought we were going to maybe talk
like a
NBA
by the way.
playoffs, and that comes out from a topic we didn't think we would even get into at all. It really jumps.
Sometimes you ask a question because you kind of feel, hey, this is one that hasn't been asked. And the Fab Five question was the one today. What do you think of the Fab Five documentary? That's all Dan asked. And I thought we would get very little. I expected very little. I actually thought that Weber would have been defensive about the question. And it was the opposite. It's like, I bet some people are afraid to ask him that question, that it's been building and building. Finally just went, whoop.
Hey, McLovin, Chris didn't want to answer the question about getting a mulligan when Dan asked. Now, if I could give you one career mulligan, where would you take it?
Oh, man, there's one job I had where I regret that I did not turn it into something that it could have been. Now, I had this job. It was the best job other than this I've ever had. And I had an opportunity to move with the job, and I turned it down. And
Can you tell us?
I cannot. I'd rather not tell you.
That's fine.
It was 15 years. It was 10 years ago. But there was a job they wanted me to relocate, and I didn't. I bet you this happened a lot.
Not out of the country, though.
No. To this godforsaken place called L.A.
Oh, wow. Well, McLovin, follow up to you. You sort of scoffed at Los Angeles there. What if DP moves the show out here? Are you going to follow him out?
Yes, I would move Dan. This job is worth moving to L.A.
Would you really?
Yeah, I'd move. If Dan moved
Your
to
whole
LA.
family would move too? I would assume. I mean, I don't think you're going there solo.
For this job and only this job, probably. Probably.
There's Skype and FaceTime.
Yeah, you can visit on weekends.
It's like you're not even missing anything.
I mean, my only issue is I don't tan well, so that's like going to be the problem.
You'll fit right in LA. Everyone's so pale out there. It's like they don't live there.
All right, so the mocha-skinned Fritzy, who's on tomorrow?
That remains to be seen, but you'll be the first. Well, you won't be the first to know. These guys and Dan will probably be the first to know. And
You actually be one of the last to know because the
eventually
show is way after the fact.
Yeah, we'll let you know at a much later time. But we are wide open. The possibilities
We're
are
just
endless.
open. We're not wide open.
We're not wide. We're open.
We have 5 guys
But
here.
the guys are helping me with my stress level. That we could look at that. It's just as opportunities instead of no, we need somebody for the first hour, the third hour. We have an open slate to do whatever we want with as
Don't
news
book scared,
develops
Todd.
over the next 7 hours. Very well.
Hey, maybe you go to Madison
we'll
Square
figure it out,
Garden,
and
find
we'll have the
someone
right
there.
people.
Game 7 possibility. All right.
There you go.
All right, thank you,
I'll
guys.
go right to the Rangers themselves.
You know what won't be missing from the show tomorrow?
No.
Dan's Ram truck.
That's right. Ram 1500 Eco Diesel. That brought you the show. We're back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on Audience Channel 239. The podcast is available on iTunes or podcast1.com. Ram.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the box score. Holy